Hey everyone, it's Amanda from the San Diego Lifestyle, and I'm here today with Talia Dahms. And tell us a little bit about where we are.
So we're at my clinic that I work at called Indigo Dragon Center. We have a little bit of a variety of different things here. We have mostly acupuncture. We have 4 different acupuncturists. We also have massage therapy, chiropractic, midwifery. We now have yoga outside on our deck, and we also have Ayurvedic medicine too, so kind of a nice melange of practices.
Okay, yeah, it's really beautiful here. We're down in Encinitas, a few blocks or little ways from the beach, and right by all my favorite places, coffee shops and great restaurants. I know you were telling me about some of your favorites. So we're right in the heart, in an amazing spot in San Diego. So if you're here in Encinitas, make sure you check this place out. What are some of the unique kind of features about this place that aren't at your normal acupuncture place?
Well, I feel like you can't really get a variety of different practices. It's really nice here because we send certain patients to other practices or other practitioners, so I work often with different massage therapists and different chiropractors. We see a lot of the midwives patients, so it's kind of a nice collective where we all work together for patients, and they don't have to go to 5, 6 different places. They can get everything here, so it's nice.
So how many people do you work with?
It kind of depends on what they're coming in for, so it might just be one other person or maybe 3 or 4 other people. Generally I see a person alone for about an hour, and they might have a massage scheduled the next hour, so that will often work like that. Or chiropractor, they'll come get an adjustment and then come see me for an hour, so it's usually how it works.
It's kind of like book your whole day here.
Exactly, it's pretty
Spa.
nice. Yeah.
And then are your yoga classes like certain days and times? Or?
Yeah, right now we just have it every Saturday morning at 8 a.m. But it's going to expand, yeah, 8 a.m.
Cool. And that's open to the public?
Yes, and it's $12 per class. Just drop in, that's fine. And it's taught by our Ayurvedic practitioner, Colette.
Awesome.
Yeah.
So tell me a little bit about that, because I don't think I'm too familiar with that.
With Ayurvedic?
Yeah.
I'm not either. I'm a Chinese medicine practitioner.
We'll have to get them on here. Do another interview with that.
She's really great. Yeah.
So with the acupuncture, I know a lot of people are afraid to try it. I've never done it myself. Tell me about your experience, like how you found it, and if you tried it, or if you just dove right in and started studying it, and how long does it take to get to the point that you're at now?
So it kind of started, I've always been into natural health. Through high school I was really into nutrition and herbs, and that kind of guided me into wanting to learn more about acupuncture. It's actually a second career for me. I used to teach, and just wasn't very happy with it, and then met these women here and just kind of started learning from them and following them, and just fell in love with it and decided to go to school. And it takes 4 years for a master's degree through there, and then at Pacific College of Oriental Medicine down in San Diego. And then you have to do a pretty rigorous licensing exam, and then you can practice in California. So that's kind of what happened here. But as far as how the experience is, what I usually tell people is that often you don't really feel anything. If you do feel something, it's usually a good sign that the point's activated, or that if I'm doing something muscular, that the muscle's being reset, relaxed. So usually if they feel something, it's a good sensation. It's usually very relaxing, kind of an aching sensation, but usually people don't really feel much of anything. It's really relaxing. Usually people fall asleep during their treatment.
Wow.
They'll fall asleep for about a half hour, so often I get really busy professionals who want to come in and just relax and de-stress. So it's often the only hour out of their week where they can do that. A lot of moms, parents will come in, and it's their time away from their family, their kids, just to kind of take care of themselves. So.
Wow, that's really cool. I don't know if I would fall asleep.
It's pretty easy to fall asleep.
Really?
That's usually what I find. People get the best results when they fall asleep.
Wow. Huh. So is it something that you do every week? Like say someone comes in with, back pain, or what is the normal thing that you're like, okay, that acupuncture could help you?
Yeah, it definitely depends on what you come in for. If someone comes in with kind of an acute back problem, like they pull their back and they can barely move, I would sometimes see them 2 to 3 times a week, maybe for a couple weeks until they're at a good place where they're a little more mobile, and maybe once a week, and then kind of maintenance, like once a month, once every couple months. Sometimes people come in for digestive issues or insomnia. Often they'll come in once a week. That's pretty usual.
To get their 1 hour sleep.
Yeah. But generally most people come in once a week. But I'd say more acute issues with like pain, they come in 2 to 3 times a week. And the length of the amount of time you come in, like versus a week or a few months, kind of depends also. Some people, when it's more like an internal imbalance, they'll come in for longer periods of time. Like I've had regular patients for years that just love it, and it keeps them healthy, keeps them balanced. And then some people, like athletes I'll treat, they only will come in for like a few weeks when they're injured, and then they get back to their sport, and then they come back in when they re-injure themselves.
So it's kind of like chiropractic, where you can kind of come and go, but it's good to keep up with it in general.
Yeah, and exactly. And with the chiropractor and massage therapist that we work with, it's really great because you don't have to necessarily come as frequently, and you get better results. Like with chiropractic, I love having my patients usually get an adjustment after or right before an acupuncture treatment, because your muscles are going to be nice and relaxed, so it's going to stick a lot longer. So you're not having to come back because it goes back out, and you have to reset it. So it's nice to work in tandem to make it easier for patients to kind of get better results.
I've never heard of anyone going to get acupuncture and having a bad experience.
No.
Are there times that people, are worried about it? And then
Yeah, some people are just nervous because they think the idea of the hypodermic needle is a little scary, and it's absolutely nothing like that. It's about as thin as a strand of hair.
Really?
And so that's why you don't
So
really
it's
feel
nothing
it.
like
It's nothing
a
like it.
real needle?
Yeah, nothing like it. And so I think, if anyone had a bad experience, often it's maybe a personality thing. It's like going to see anybody. You want to feel comfortable with who you're getting treated by, because you're often divulging really personal information and you're really vulnerable, so you want to feel really comfortable with who you're with.
Do you treat a lot of people for their first time, or is it mostly people that have been through it before?
Kind of both. It depends,
Okay.
yeah. And I get new people frequently, and people who are afraid of needles, but they usually do really well. And they
Do you
keep coming
start
back.
at a certain spot, or is it always just wherever your pain is? Or
Yeah, that, and then usually a spot that maybe feels more comfortable for them, like if they have sensitive feet, I'll start small on the hands, kind of thing, just to make it a little bit easier transition.
is there a normal number of needles that you use, or is it just during the time, like how they're feeling based on?
Yeah, it depends on what they come in for. I do a lot of orthopedic treatment, and so that usually uses a lot more needles, maybe 15, 20. Some people who want to come in and get balance maybe for sleep or digestion will maybe have like 6 to 8 needles, so it really just depends.
It's not too bad.
Yeah. And I also
It makes it sound a lot better.
Yeah, it's not that bad. And then I run a community clinic on Tuesday nights from 4:30 to 6:30. And usually people are reclined in a chair, and so I'll just do points in the hands, feet, and ears. So usually they'll have a little less too, like maybe around 6 to 8 needles is pretty average.
Cool.
Yeah, so it's not too bad. And you don't even really notice it. And they usually fall asleep too, even with someone else in the room.
Wow. So is it something that you buy kind of like a package deal, or it's just one at a time?
Both, or I take insurance too.
Oh really? Wow.
Yeah.
Is acupuncture more expensive or less expensive than yoga classes and chiropractic and all the other services you offer here?
It's pretty on par with everything. The yoga is, I think, fairly cheap even for yoga standards.
Yeah,
but,
$12 is...
Yeah, it's pretty good. But I feel like it's pretty affordable, and most insurances cover acupuncture now, so often people come in with $10 to $40 copays.
Wow.
And that's pretty common.
Yeah, that's awesome.
Yeah, and we do offer packages too, and the larger the package, the more affordable it is for people who don't have insurance.
Okay. Awesome.
Yeah.
Well, is there anything else that I missed asking you that you want to...
I'm not sure.
I'm sure if people have any questions, they can comment below and they can ask away, and I'll be back to ask you more questions.
Sounds good.
I'm sure we'll have more. And then I know you have herbs also in there too. Do you sell those?
Yeah, we do. I'm an herbalist in California too, as are all the acupuncturists here. And so we do have We do patent herbs, which are little capsules or tablets that you can buy, or we do raw herbs that we do customized too. Like I said, do orthopedics and a lot of sports stuff, so I love doing topical stuff. So for any kind of like sprained ankle or bruise or anything like that, I have poultices and liniments that I make that you can buy here too that really help speed up recovery.
Wow. That's
Fun
awesome.
stuff.
Well, if you guys are interested in any of this alternative medicine, I know it's becoming more and more popular every day, it seems, as people are shying away from the doctors and just trying to find their own way and a safe way. So if you're anywhere near Encinitas and you want to try out some acupuncture or a yoga class, make sure to come check it out. And then tell me the full name and the address.
This is Indigo Dragon Center at 451 La Veda Avenue, just south of Panakin Coffee House.
That's
a nice
important.
landmark. Yeah.
I'll put that link in there here too, because I'm sure we'll have a story for that one soon. All right, well, it was really great talking to you today.
Thank you so much.
I'm sure we'll be back.
Thanks.